A little bit of understatement. Mastering subtle humor in English. Hello, learners. Today, we're going to dive into a special part of English humor, the understatement. This is a unique way of expressing something by making it seem less important or less serious than it actually is. It's a form of exaggeration, but in the opposite direction that you might expect. Are you ready to add a touch of subtlety to your English skills? Let's get started. An understatement is a figure of speech in which a writer or speaker deliberately makes a situation seem less important, serious, or extreme than it is. It's often used for comedic effect, to create irony, or to highlight a point in a subtle way. For example, if you had just run a marathon and someone asked how you were feeling, you might say, "I'm a bit tired." That's an understatement. Why do we use understatement? Well, understatement can be a very effective tool for communication. It can add humor, subtlety, and irony to our speech and writing. It's a way to say something indirectly, to hint at a greater meaning or to downplay something for comic effect. When you say, "It rained a bit," when there's a flood outside, that's using understatement to highlight the severity of the situation. Let's look at some examples. Imagine you've been studying all night for a test and your friend asks how it went. You might say, "Oh, it wasn't too bad," even though you found it very difficult. Or if you've baked a cake for the first time and it turns out perfectly, you might say, "It's not too shabby," instead of praising your own work highly. These are understated ways of expressing yourself, adding a touch of humility and humor to your speech. Now it's time for you to try. Think of a situation and then find a way to express it using an understatement. Remember, you're trying to make something seem less severe, serious, or important than it actually is. Practicing understatement will help you understand its subtlety and humor, and it can really add an interesting dimension to your English language skills. That's all for today's lesson on understatement. We hope you've enjoyed this look at a subtle, yet powerful, aspect of English language humor. Remember, like any other language skill, understanding and using understatement takes practice. So, keep practicing, and don't worry if you're not perfect at first. As we might say in English, it's no big deal. Happy learning, and we'll see you in the next video.